I'm only here on the weekends, and so it's a great escape for me to get away from the city. And when I'm here, I mean, the most important thing the minute I step out of the car, of course, is nature and the peacefulness of the sounds and the environment. Being part of the design process was wonderful because for a long time I'd had ideas about the kind of house I would like to have in the country if I could ever do that. And when I met with Natalie, it started to become real. It took, I guess, over a year, probably a year and a half or so, and it was wonderful to be part of a team like that where everybody was working to help me have my dream come true. And we joked, but when it was over, when all the furniture was moved in and everybody was all done and the last bill was paid, I mean, I was sorry to see everybody disperse again to their new projects. I enjoy it very much. I mean, it's wonderful fun. And it also took a lot of the anxiety of trying to make my dream come true out of the process, so it was just enjoyable with such good professional consultants, and advisors.
When the client first came to us, she had already had a camper and a deck established out there. So when we then went out to the property, we thought, this is the natural spot for the hub of the home. We knew that was where we wanted to put the kitchen and the living area. From there, our intent was to leave as much of the landscape and trees undisturbed as possible. And so that is where the layout of the house came from with these kinked bars. We have the main living space, and then on one end, there's the master bedroom suite and the private office that's kinked off that. And then on the other side of the living area, there's the guest wing that's also kinked in the opposite direction. All of the spaces are connected by these raised exterior decks. So what we have in the end is a plan that rambles gently through the trees and engages the landscape without disrupting all of the natural beauty of the site.
As the design team, our call was to bring materials that were easy to maintain, out in the country, kind of low maintenance if guests are here without the homeowner or the client, and it just, a real serene palette, kind of tying the indoor-outdoor, the whole concept of the project. All the beautiful windows, you can see the green of the outside, so we really kind of played with the tones of nature. The primary flooring through the main space is a reclaimed longleaf pine. I know there was a lot of commentary about the dust coming in and things tracking, so this just really hides wear and tear, and it's a beautifully reclaimed material, so that was a fun material to get to bring in. We have balsatina countertops. We got to use some fun paper stone countertops. Just real interesting. This is an opportunity to bring in some really interesting, unique materials, but yet that were easy to care for and kind of tied back to nature. The concept of the main kind of living pod with the master attached and then guest wings and expanding to a new guest wing was really fun to keep materials similar but get to kind of play with different colors in the different areas. Pebble tile floors, things like that. Some of the colors repeated all the way through, and then different accents was the way we approached it. And again, just letting it be a beautiful backdrop for all the nature and trees that you're seeing around.
What I like about the house is the way the spaces all flow from one to another, because that helps me kind of flow from one activity to another while I'm here. Going for a walk, cooking something, reading, drawing, meditating, it just kind of all flows, and I think the design of the house helps with that. Also, the idea that each of the buildings is separated by an outside area, so when you go from the main house to the bedroom, you walk outside, so you always are aware of what the weather is. Is the sun out? Is it cloudy? What phase is the moon in? What are the animals doing? What are the birds doing? So there's always a connection to nature.